Can we start the show, everybody? Yes. Let's start the show. Yo, everybody. I'm Alex. This is Elements of Film. Welcome. One of the mantras of this program is to learn by doing. Personally, I don't feel like I've made a ton of stuff, but I feel like I've made enough to know more than I did when I first started. Let me explain. What I mean is that when I look back on the stuff that I did when I was first starting, I realize now that I really didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, that sounds obvious, I know, but let me just get to my point. I would sometimes forget to set the white balance on this. And that was even before I knew what a white balance was. I had heard of white balance, I'd heard of shutter speed, I'd heard of aperture, and conceptually I knew what those things were, kind of understood what they did, but I didn't really know until I got my mitts on one of these and started shooting. And then I really learned what these things were by doing it. Having an idea in your head of what you want to do and how you want to go about doing it means nothing if you've never done it before. You can plan on doing this thing that you've never done before. I mean, you can plan till the cows come home, and it's not going to mean a damn thing until you start doing it, and at that point, it's going to change. I mean, I can guarantee you with like 99.99999.2% accuracy that all your meticulous planning is going to go right out the window the minute you start acting on that idea. And everything that you thought was going to happen, probably not going to happen that way. I mean, how could you know? You've never done it before. There's no way you could foresee that. And that is when you start learning. And that's part of the magic of creating. Here's a neat concept. You have an idea, and then you have the execution of that idea. When you're first starting out creating stuff, the gap between the idea and the execution, it's a pretty wide gap. But the more you do it, and the more you act on those ideas, and you kind of bring them to life, the closer that gap becomes until at some point you can think of an idea or a concept and you can execute it, and it'll be pretty close to what you were thinking originally. Now, it's never going to be perfect. Everybody always says that, oh, you should have seen what I had in my head. It was amazing. That's not the point. The point is it's close. You're only going to bridge that gap by doing it through experience. A musician can think of something and immediately express it through their instrument. The connection is instantaneous between thought and expression because they know their instrument so well. It's an extension of their body. That's something that can only come about by doing it. That's why I believe experience is so important. Not just creatively, but in anything, in any endeavor in life. Like, you want a plumber that has fixed a million pipes. Because when they come to fix yours, they're going to fix it the fastest, and they're going to do such a good job that you won't need to worry about it anymore. You want a pilot that's clocked in hours and hours and hours and hours of flying time, because they'll be able to handle situations that they've experienced before. They know how to do it. And you better believe that these experts fucked up, made mistakes, fucked around. That's how they learned, by fucking up and fucking around. Those two things go hand in hand with experience. You fuck up, you fuck around. You fuck around, you fuck up. You fuck around, you play, you learn. Hopefully it's something you love to do and you have fun with it. And fucking up, making mistakes. That's such an invaluable part of the process. That is one of the best ways to learn. Not just, again, creatively, but in any aspect of your life. Like, try something and make a mistake and learn from it. That's how you grow. Getting good at something only comes from experience. It only comes from fucking around and fucking up. And it sounds so cliche, but it's true. That's right, I said I'm still chewing bubblegum. Experience, fucking up and fucking around, also happens to be the only way to gain confidence. And I'm talking real concrete confidence. I'm not talking like American Idol style confidence.
I think that you need a lot more vocal training.
Well, listen, sweetheart, I don't really care about your opinion. I really could care less because I'm 22 years old and I'm beautiful and I can sing. So I really don't care what you think.
Okay.
And I'm going to be a star and you have my number. And if you change your mind, give me a call.
I'm talking about knowing that you are more than capable at the task at hand because you've done it many times. And even though the situation might be a little different, might be a new situation, that's totally fine. You can handle it because you've done it before. You've been in new situations before. You've experienced it. So whatever it is you've been wanting to do, whatever idea you've had like milling around in your head for the longest time, whatever you've been planning and planning and planning and planning and planning and planning from the safety of the sidelines, I'm gonna make that film. I'm gonna paint that picture. I'm gonna start a business. I'm gonna jump out of a plane. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, go do it. Now. Take that leap. Put yourself in motion. Trust yourself. Have fun. Fuck around. Fuck up. Start. I'm doing it right now.